Welcome back to the channel, guys. We are back to work on the 2021 Aprilia RSV4.
It's gonna be hard for any of those bikes to top this bike right here.
I think this is the best sounding bike, a close tied first place with my R1M.
But in the last video, we rode this thing. It was insane.
But to put it simply, I messed up. I installed the wrong parts for this 2021, so let's fix it. So you guys were absolutely right. This was bound to fail.
As you can see, this gasket sealer just falls apart because that gas just eats it. And it completely disintegrates, basically. You can kind of tell it was eating away and dripping down into this corner, so it was leaking just a tiny bit. So this gas tank you guys told me is for a 210, not an RSV4. And this hole right here is for a fuel gauge. I wish I had one on the RSV4. But let's keep disassembling this tank and take off this fuel pump.
So yeah, I messed up. But hey, we bought the right parts this time. Turns out the previous gas tank and subframe that I bought was incorrect.
Right here is a 19 RSV4 subframe. Turns out they changed the subframe design from 21 and up. And here is a 2021 210 gas tank that has a fuel level gauge on it, but the RSV4 does not come with that feature.
So since we're doing this build right, I got some new parts. Let me show you.
This whole top section is new parts, and in here, I bet you can guess what it is. A 21 to 23 fuel tank that is gray, dark matte gray, and a 21 to 23 rear back subframe. 2 steps ahead, 1 step back.
Let's get those boxes off the shelf, unbox them for you guys, show you what we got. Wow, we're basically back to where we were before.
All the wiring fit up perfectly. Now we're jumping on the new gas tank, and boy, does this look killer, man. I love the matte way more than the gloss. It just makes it look more stealthy in my opinion. Another key bracket that I was not able to get from Aprilia for like 6 months was this right here. So this is huge that this came with the tank, as well as this grommet and some fresh grommets that were previously damaged on mine.
It's little pieces like that that I was just not able to get for a very long time, but super happy that they came on some new parts.
And it should not have the hole. Yep, no hole for a fuel level. Right, perfect. Let's swap over the gas cap, the fuel pump, get this sucker installed.
Some very hard parts to find have arrived.
A rear taillight, legendary. A rear taillight bracket, even more legendary. A rear seat bracket, legendary ×2. Fairings mount on these tabs right here, and I tried to bend them back into spec, but they're too out of whack, and I want them to be exactly perfect. This taillight's gonna look so sick in the rear of this Aprilia. Aprilia's tail is gotta be one of the best looking out there.
Okay, other than the R1 and the Panigale 1199, they're just all so beautiful.
Well, let's start installing these pieces. Then we should be able to put on the rear passenger pylon, but it's actually not the passenger pylon. You guys told me that this is actually just the cover, even though it has the seat material on it. And you guys are right, I did look up the seat and it's actually flat. It doesn't have these flares, but the flares look so much better. But man, this rear is about to come together.
Well, we ran into our first roadblock.
Right here is the plug for the taillight, and it's supposed to plug into that, but I'm no rocket scientist. Those two things aren't going together.
And I just did a quick Google search, and there is supposed to be a plug that works with this. I think I messed up, and when I did all that wiring, I put this connector on here, which is probably not the original.
So we're gonna go into our private stash over here, try to find something. As you can see, there is a lot of connectors.
And hopefully, we find something.
What do you know? On the base harness that we picked up a while ago, here it is. Here's that connector that I need. And I think I realized what happened.
The very first harness I got for this bike was from an RSV4 factory. I think they use a different tail connector. I could be wrong though.
Well, then again, I don't think they use the same tail connector, so maybe I just literally messed it up. But anyway, let's chop this off. Let's remove this, put it on our new harness, plug it in.
I love the RSV4 tail. It's just phenomenal.
Now I would be putting the black piece and the pylon on, but I am missing something for this connector right here. I have no idea what this goes to. I'm not seeing anything unplugged underneath here. Everything should be completely plugged in. Key lock is good. Everything works. So once we figure out this, then this piece slides right on top of here. You can see those tabs link right in there. So when this piece is on the bike, this pylon goes right on top of it, and man, that looks good. Not to mention how clean a fit that is. That's almost perfect. I just gotta bolt it down.
If any of you guys are in need of a 2020 and under RSV4 subframe, hit me up, and a 2.0 gas tank, I have them here in stock.
And if any of you RSV4 owners out there could help me out with this piece right here, that would be greatly appreciated. Finally, we're matching some colors. I definitely like that matte gray way more than the glossy. Also, another funky thing, you guys saw that the brake light was on when we didn't even have the brake on, so when I activated the brake light went off. And turns out, as you can see me checking underneath here, there's no module to release the brake light whenever you pull the lever in. I wonder if this thing was deleted because there was no damage on this side of the bike we never touched over here on this handlebar.
This RSV4 is coming together super quickly. Now, some unfortunate news for you guys. The fairings I ordered for this thing are custom, and they're about 12 weeks out, and I ordered them a while ago, so now they're about 4 weeks out. So hopefully they come in time for you guys to see it and we can ride it.
But I still have way more parts in the garage for the bike. I can't wait to show you some of these insane products.
And yes, more carbon fiber. All right, but that's gonna be in the next one. We'll catch you guys then. See ya.